Hey everyone, my name is Nisha and I'm a mama of two beautiful Irish twins and I live in Canada, and very recently I traveled from India to Canada alone with my two toddlers. So I have a 3-year-old and a 2-year-old, and a lot of people had been asking me how did I manage the entire flight, because it was a 14-hour flight, so it was obviously very long flight, and then adding on to it was the security checks and that the check-in, the baggage check-in and everything, and then immigration, all of that again took like 2 hours plus. So it was almost like 20 hours that I was alone with two toddlers. I'm gonna tell you what all I prepared and how did I keep them entertained. So first things first, traveling with toddlers is no joke, and I was traveling with two, and this was my first time. So I was super nervous. I was freaking out initially, but then I think I was prepared for the worst, so that kind of helped. Also, I would suggest that you all do lots and lots and lots of planning, and I'll show you what all I carried along and the checkpoints that I had to cross where I had meltdowns and how did I control them. So I'm going to show you what all I carried in my diaper bag. So this is my diaper bag and I'm going to show you what all I carried. Tablets. So these are Amazon Fire tablets. I bought them from Canada, of course, and they were a savior. This doesn't have YouTube just in case you're wondering, and if you want to buy, this doesn't have YouTube. So anything and everything that you're going to download is from Amazon Prime. But it was sufficient. I think there were lots of videos, kids videos that I could download here, and anything and everything that's their favorite. So there was Blippi, there was Diana and Roma, there was of course Super Simple, Cocomelon, all of those were there. So this of course helped me a lot. And then I carried this Play-Doh. Okay, so this came in a pack of, I guess, 7, and there were 7 Play-Dohs of different colors, which kept them entertained for a very long time. I would say like at least half an hour to 45 minutes. 45 minutes without any distractions, they kept playing with this. So because there were so many colors, so I would change colors, and then we would make different shapes, etc., etc. So this kept them entertained. And then I carried a pack of crayons just for them to color. You cannot go without crayons with 2 kids. I also carried sticker books, which I don't have right now. I think I kept them somewhere. But I carried 2 sticker books, one for each, and the sticker books had different other pages where they could color as well. So just 2 books which had colors and stickers, like coloring pages and stickers both, and then a pack of crayons. And then I also carried 2 of these basic pens, and that's just so because it's like a click pen, so it keeps them entertained a little, because they keep doing this, they keep fidgeting with this, and also because it's a pen, so they keep drawing something or the other on the paper. Carried some spare papers, white papers. Now, one of the most important things that I carried was this. This is an inflatable footrest, which because we were traveling economy, so I was really worried how would my kids sleep. And we obviously had 3 seats each to ourselves, but I knew it would be very uncomfortable for the kids to sleep and forget about my sleep. But this really helped. So these are self-inflatable pillows, or you can say stool or footrest, whatever you may call it. This is the pump. So you just have to press this, keep pressing this, keep pressing this, keep pressing this. It takes around 3 minutes, I would say, for this to inflate completely, and you can just put it you can just put it ahead of your seat, and that becomes sort of a bed. So it was a cheap alternative, I would say, because I was traveling for the first time with kids. I wasn't really sure if I would invest into something like, a typical aircraft toddler bed or not, and how effective it would be. And then again, another thing is to carry it. So I was already carrying my luggage, like the diaper bag and my own bag and the passports and everything. And then I was also carrying a stroller along with 2 kids. So I did not want to carry anything big that had to go through security checks and everything. But this was, because it's inflatable, it was very useful. I got it from Amazon India, and I think it costed me somewhere around 1600 rupees, Indian rupees, and I think that was a superb deal, I would say. And I'm gonna link the I'm gonna link okay, so hold on, this is mommy's phone, excuse me.
It's mommy's phone.
So this was a big hit, and I would give a thumbs up to this.
Give me this.
Sorry, the kids. Yeah. So but because it was a long flight, so there were certain checkpoints that I would say are very important for you to take care. So one is immigration. So when you enter immigration, and if you are carrying a stroller, you will have to bring your child out of the stroller. So if your kids are a bit fidgety and they're very hyper and they don't want to sit in the stroller back, it's going to be a problem if you're traveling alone, because someone has to take care of the kids. So I had to put them out of the stroller, and then I had my luggage, and then I'm pushing the stroller, and there are two kids. I have to keep an eye on both of them that they don't run away anywhere. So that was one checkpoint. The next, I would say, was security. So at the time of security, they do ask you to, fold the stroller and put it in X-ray. But it was like, I have a double stroller, so I had to pull the baskets out and then fold the stroller and then put it in the X-ray. But it was next to impossible for me to do this because it was a night flight, so we were already at around 1:30 or 2 at night. So they were sleepy, and they were very very tired. So they were running here and there. I could not catch hold of them, so I gave up, and I told them that, listen, I cannot fold the stroller. Here it is. Whatever you want to do with it, do it. Like, you want to check in whichever way, do that. And I kept like all my gadgets and everything in one tray, and then all the bags in one tray, and then their tablets and everything had to go through the X-ray, and then I had to hold both of them and then hold the boarding passes and everything. So that was like one struggle. And when we crossed security, we had to wait for good 10 minutes because the stroller took time. They had to dismantle everything and then check it. And after that, I think I let them play around before boarding, so that they got tired. And once we were in the aircraft and the aircraft started moving, I put them a bottle, and they went to sleep in like next 3 or 4 minutes, which was a win-win. So it was a big win for me, and I think that thing kind of worked. After that, I guess they kept sleeping for like 2 to 3 hours at least 3 to 3.5 hours they slept. Sorry, I just have to keep changing places because they follow me wherever I go. But so these are the basic things that I had to take care of. And inside, okay, one more thing. I did carry a lot of snacks. I carried some cooked rice. I carried some cooked pasta. But none of it was of use because when kids are in the aircraft, they really don't want to have what's home cooked. At least my kids, they did not. So I think that was an extra baggage that I was carrying. Instead, they were really happy eating muffins and some breads or yogurt. Those were their favorite food there. And in case your child really wants to eat rice, you get rice in the aircraft, so you can easily manage that. I don't think you really need to carry. And in long flights, you get lots of snacks as well. So there were peanuts, there were cookies, there were what else? There were chips, of course. So I think all in all, you really don't need to carry anything, and kids would eat whatever is there. That shouldn't be a problem. I also carried like 4 or 5 bottles of milk. So that was a big no. Don't carry a lot of milk because you get the milk in the aircraft. And I was just a little skeptical. I was like, I knew that you get all the milk in the aircraft, but I just wanted to carry my own. What if they're short of milk or something? Because my kids really need milk every now and then, like more than food, they need milk. They're still in that phase. And I did carry it, but it was a waste because it had gone, the milk had, whoa. So the milk actually got spoiled, So that kind of increased my work. So I had to go to the washroom and rinse the bottles, and then uh, all of that took time. And then I had to get fresh milk and then warm it up. Also, um, one more thing, like I carried like lots of diapers and wipes. That goes without saying. Carry lots of diapers and lots of wipes, because you never know, your child can poop thrice, three times as well there. So don't assume anything. Carry lots of diapers. That will be a useful thing. One more question that a lot of people had, and even I had before traveling, was what if I need to use the washroom and I have two kids? So don't worry about it. You can always ask a fellow passenger to take care of your kids, or you can ask, safest option, ask the crew, ask an air hostess to take care of your kids, to watch your kids while you go and use the washroom. So I think it was just twice I had to use the washroom, and an air hostess was there, looking after them. That was one good part. At least that happens in Air India. I traveled Air India, and I'm really happy that I traveled Air India, because I guess the kind of hospitality and the kind of personal touch you have with an an airlines that is like Indian, it really it reduces the stress, and they're always there to take care of your kids. So the kind of hospitality that they have, the warmth that they're gonna give you, is really good. It's like I have traveled in other US airlines as well, and no, you don't get that there, never. But and if I had to like change diapers, so I would keep one child there, and I would give them a tablet, and I would ask them, talk to your child. Another thing, explain it to them. You feel that they're not listening and they won't listen, but talk to them. Tell them that mommy needs to go to the washroom. Please be seated. Don't go anywhere. Please watch your cartoon. Eat this while I come back. And they're going to listen. I personally prepared both my kids at least 3 to 4 days before, that we are going to travel in an aircraft and we are going to see daddy, but you'll have to behave properly. Mommy will be traveling alone with you both. I don't have any support, so you are my support. You have to help me. And we did that. So I think talking to your kids about it very frankly, and don't misguide them, don't tell them any lies, tell them the truth. Tell them that you're feeling weak, that you need support, and they're going to understand. Okay. So again, you can carry the stroller till the boarding gate, and then you can give the stroller to them. And while checking in your baggage, they're going to give you tags for your stroller as well. My stroller went in 3 parts, so they gave me 3 tags for it, and I gave them the stroller at the boarding gate. Unfortunately, usually the norm is that when you deboard the plane, you get the stroller back. Unfortunately, at the Pearson airport, they do not give you the stroller back while deboarding, at the time of deboarding. So you have to collect it at the baggage collection, which was a nightmare for me. So because the flight was over, the kids were super tired, they were jet lagged now. So the time that we had to travel after deboarding, and then go to the immigration, and then go to the baggage collection, all of that was a nightmare. I had my first and the only meltdown there, and I started crying because my kids were running here and there at the immigration, and I had to be at the kiosk and scanning all the passports. It was tough that way. If you are a Canadian passport holder, or if you're a PR, you really don't need to go through the entire immigration process. Just need to scan it and you get a white slip, and that is what is used at the customs as well. So there's no human interaction, and there's not much of it's not chaotic at all. It's quite simple. But because I had kids and I had luggage, I was really screwed that time. I took help from a fellow passenger, and I asked her if she could just look after my kids. She was very kind, very kind. So she looked after my kids, and I scanned all the passports and everything. That was the only time when I had a meltdown. And then at the time of baggage collection, now one thing that I made sure was I wasn't carrying a lot of luggage. So the check-in baggage was just one, because I knew that I had to carry the stroller as well. But so I took the help of a porter, because it was technically impossible for me to push a stroller and carry a baggage. So I could not take a trolley, because I cannot push 2 trolleys together. So I took help of a porter, and that was, and I would recommend everyone traveling with toddlers to do that. It's, I mean, just a few dollars, and you save a lot of energy and a lot of effort. And yeah, that's about it. We crossed the customs, and I had my husband waiting for me. It wasn't that tough. In flight wasn't that tough, I would say. It was these checkpoints which were kind of tricky. And I already told you the things that I carried in the bag. I was fully prepared, and I gave them one by one. Also, one more thing that I carried, which I forgot to tell you, are some packs of bindi. Yes, because I knew we're gonna be short of stickers. They're gonna use all the stickers. And you can always carry some other accessories as well, like some dress-up accessories if you're traveling with girls. So my girls are very fond of bindi. They found their bindi love in India and they would play with my mom's bindi all the time. So I carried like 3 or 4 packs of bindi, and all we were doing were, like, for good half an hour, we were just putting bindi over each other, and they were trying to dress up, and they were putting bindi on the windows and on the food tray and everything. I think that was fun, and didn't really mess up anything, and they were occupied as well. So you can move it. Yeah. So yeah, these were my travel tips for traveling with toddler. And if you have any more questions, please comment below on this video, and I'm gonna answer that. And if you like this, please like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you soon in the next video. Bye.